1985, Nintendo showed up with a light gun and a robot, and basically dares you to care. 2006, Sony shows up and asks for $599. Tonight we run every launch in between the NES all the way up to the PS3, and the guy helping us do it actually worked on one of those campaigns. Captain Cluster is back. Padinga reunion. It's been a minute. Let's get into it. What's up? This is BreakmanX, and welcome to the game show on June 24th, 2026. How's it going, Jack?
It's going great. It has been an awesome week, and I am very excited for the rest of it.
Awesome. I bet. And Logan, how are you doing this fine evening?
Doing great. It's also been a pretty good week. Saw a Royals versus Cardinals game and was rooting for the Cardinals, and they won. So that was great.
It's like fighting words.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was in there in the crowd, and it was in Kansas City, so like everybody else was rooting for the Royals, and they were all so upset at the end of the game. It was kind of fun being in the middle of it, just like...
It's nice upsetting other people, isn't it?
Yeah, and then last night, I ordered like $3,000 worth of computer parts to build my first NAS server. So
so you just got new RAM?
Not just the RAM, but I did buy a ton of storage.
Nice.
66 terabytes of storage,
Wow.
to be exactly.
Delicious. What are you running? Are you running RAID 5 or?
I'm gonna run RAID 5. Yeah.
Nice. That's what I enjoy.
It has a total of 9 slots. The case 12 slots in the case that I'm getting, so I can expand with 9 more drives in the future.
Awesome.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And our returning champion, Captain Cluster, is returning from the Padinga days. There he is. He's doing his pose from the intro video. So welcome, Cluster. It's been a while. And if you noticed on the opening video, I inserted a clip there of him back in the day. That was with our friend Chad Conselmo, who went on to be head of PR at Nintendo and then Square Enix right now. So that was fun. I was telling Jack, the nice thing about LA was that we could actually host people in studio, which was nice.
Yeah.
Which
Chad
nice.
was such a normal dude.
He was really fun. And if you would like to participate, you can just write a comment here right below on YouTube, or I guess on the side. We'd love to hear from you. We'll be answering those during the show, and also during the week. I do read those and reply. Someone keeps asking about going to sleep on the GameSack episode. Like, when's the GameSack episode about going to bed? And I can't, there's like a language barrier there. So if you're watching this, like, I'm trying to respond, but I don't really understand where we're going with that one. But if you do like and give us a subscribe, it'll pop up here on the center, like over here ish. So we'd really appreciate that. But with that, let's go ahead and dive into Jack's quick news.
Yeah, a lot of news this week. So the Grand Theft Auto 6 release date was announced. It's coming out November 19th, 2026. So just a few short months away. And they also announced the price. It's going to be $79.99. And there's also going to be a deluxe edition, or I think it's an ultimate edition coming out. That is going to be $99.99. So whether you fork over $80 or $100, I think Rockstar is going to get everybody. I think the big discourse I saw online today was they also announced that there's not going to be a physical disc version of the game. It's going to be download only, and they're going to sell physical copies of the game, but it's going to be a download code inside the box. So yeah, you know, a lot of hemming and hawing over that online today. But I for one am excited. There's a date now. Everything that's being released in September might move to October, but we'll see.
Only when Captain Cluster is on the show can a Grand Theft Auto game be released. Because that was the last time we had 5.
Has it been? Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it has. 5 was almost, I won't say 20 years ago, but definitely 15 years ago. Some close to that, right?
It was a long time ago.
It was still PS3, Xbox 360 era.
I'm pretty sure he was on the show when it came out, if I remember right.
Man,
but my memory is whatevs. But all right, Jack, continue.
All right, so the other big news, Deltarune Chapter 5 got announced back on the Nintendo Direct, but it is actually coming out today as a free update. It's out. I have resisted all spoilers somehow today, and after our show's over, I might try to go play at least a little bit to see how the next chapter goes, because I am very excited.
Sweet. Sweet. Jess would also be excited if she was not driving across the country right now.
Yeah, she's in the chat right now.
Oh, she is? What?
Yeah,
hey,
she is.
Jess, what's up? We miss you, but we're glad that you're here in some capacity.
Yeah, she says Christina and her are afraid GTA is going to get pushed back and also high.
That's sweet. Hey,
Glad
Christina.
You survived wildfires, Jess.
Yes.
Yeah.
We faced a few of those. So.
Yeah, so the next piece of news, the Steam Machine got a release date and a price announcement. The Steam Machine is going to cost $1,049. So my main thing, still very cool, just that's a lot of money for essentially a console.
That is a PC.
And Linus is going to have to, I don't know, Linus Tech Tips said he was going to eat a giant cake from the giant portal cake. And if it was over 700, so he'll be eating a lot of cake.
Yeah.
A lot of cake, Mr. Linus.
I mean, it's insane that it's actually coming out for that much. I mean, I have to imagine Valve is, I mean, A, they're not going to sell it for a loss. And B, like, if they're selling that for $1,049, it makes me think, just where is the new Xbox? Where is the new PlayStation 6 when those eventually get announced? Where are those going to land? Like, it's
going to be super expensive. I mean, Asha said that people can't afford over $1,000 consoles, so we'll see what she does. I've also heard some rumblings, and I didn't put it on here because I don't think it's to the point where we should be reporting it, but maybe mentioning it with a grain of salt, that supposedly Microsoft is shopping Xbox around for sale. So
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
It'd be interesting to see who ends up actually buying it. Because Microsoft's power behind it is kind of the whole shebang, but
we'll see.
It's
Apple
Jack.
would be nuts.
Yeah, Apple was the one.
Apple
The Apple Xbox, that would be crazy.
That would be
Sega.
That would be pretty crazy.
It won't happen.
Yeah, you never know.
The Sega Xbox. Nothing sounds right.
Yeah. In some other news, Claude Guillemot, one of the co-founders of Ubisoft, tragically died in a plane crash over the weekend. So
I didn't see that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's one of 5 Guillemot brothers that founded Ubisoft, and I think he's one of the. I don't know how much he's involved in he was involved in the day-to-day workings of Ubisoft, but it's still somewhat of a central figure in that publisher's rise and fall. And then another kind of downer note, Bobby Prince, the original composer of Doom, he has passed away.
I love that soundtrack.
Everybody that loves E1M1 and every other track on that soundtrack, Bobby Prince sadly passed away at the age of 81. So good run for him, though.
Yeah. Well, that's very sad. Well, my one bit of news is kind of the obvious one, but, well, I guess 1.5. Star Fox launches tomorrow. I pre-ordered mine. I'm pretty stoked. The reviews from the people that I care about have been really good. Digital Foundry, which is kind of the, best tech analysis people, was really gushing over what it pushed the Switch 2 to do, which I was kind of surprised. So I'm excited to play that. I love the demo. I didn't get to talk about it the other week, but the demo was fantastic. I really loved it. And the NES video that I'm making is close to the finish line. I edited most of yesterday. I finally was able to record the voiceover. My voice returned. And I sent Fenris and the folks here a preview, and people seem to like it. So, all right. Awesome. So with that, let's get in to the main event this evening. All right, so Captain... Oh, I need to say one more thing first. Sorry. Welcome to the game show. We've been doing this since 2002, one of the first video game podcasts ever made. We ran for over a decade, took a long break, and came back to 2025 because we couldn't stay away. I'm BreakmanX, and every week I'm joined by a mix of the original crew and new blood to talk about the games we've been playing, the news shaping the industry, and whatever else we can't shut up about. If you're into gaming, pull up a chair. You're in the right place. All right, now on to the main event. Captain Cluster is joining us. So if you don't know, we relaunched Padinga, or we relaunched BreakmanX as Padinga in 2009 due to a Google ban. I won't go into the specifics, but it was basically completely bogus. Maybe someday I will, but it's too much for right now. But anyway, so we went with a different name. Padinga just happened to be when I was growing up, when like my brother would say things and I didn't want to respond, I'd just be like, Padinga. And just a made up word. So we ended up going with that as the name. But Cluster went to USC with me. We were sitting in class one day and we were talking about it. And he's like, why don't you do that show thing anymore? And I was like, I don't know. Do you want to do it? He's like, sure. So Cluster basically is responsible for the show coming back during that period, which was great. He went to E3s with us and was a huge part of that period. So Cluster is a minister of the Universal Church of Life. He was my officiant for my wedding with BreakmanX and I. And he got
married his wife.
Yeah, he got that certificate just for that event. But we can say he's a minister because of that. He also
life minister.
Life minister. Gotta get it right. We used to laugh all the time on the show, so I think it's going to be a fun show this evening. But he also worked on Sony ad campaigns specifically for the PlayStation 3. He has an MFA from the USC School of Cinematic Arts in film production. And how is it back to be back on the show?
It's good. Hey, Matt, you know what's the best thing about doing the show in 2026 instead of 2009?
Uh-oh, what?
I don't have to interact with your ex-wife.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I knew he was going to say something about that, for sure.
Just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything to follow it up, but thank you. So speaking of things like that, let's talk about Yermo for a second. So this is just a very interesting story that I think everyone out there is going to be interested in. It has to do with a movie that Cluster and I were on together. We were out in the middle of the desert in Yermo, California. And what ended up happening in Yermo?
Well, I don't even know what the movie was supposed to be about, but we're working on
yeah, right.
This short film. Actually, the guy who wrote this movie ended up creating The Only Murders in the Building, which is pretty cool.
Oh, really?
That's a pretty good show. My dad's been watching it.
Yeah, Rob Trabowski.
But back in his day, he just wrote scripts that got murdered by other would-be directors. And this is one of them. I guess it was set in a desert, or I don't know what the deal was. But anyway, they they rented this guy's like plot of land on like the asshole end of the universe.
It was
and the whole thing smelled like quick lime.
Yeah.
Because there was a series of what looked like graves.
Yeah.
And we later we found out that it was supposed to be like a kennel, right?
Well, there was some confusing. So we get there, right? We go in the house. There's no furniture in the house, which is weird. We find blood stains in the house. We find pieces of mannequins all over the house. Do you remember this?
Uh-oh.
And then the toilet didn't work. You had to like go outside and fill a bucket with water and go inside and put the water in the thing like you're in like the 1800s. The guy was really weird, and he was talking about his like imaginary Starbucks in like the middle of this desert where there's nothing there. And so we start seeing these grave-looking things, and Cluster actually notices them first. And then we start smelling quick lime. And then, do you remember the pictures of children? So there were.
Oh yeah, there was like this decomposing heap of like children's school photos.
Yeah, like all sorts of different children. This is an absolutely true story. So it gets weirder and weirder and weirder. We're worried we're not going to survive the movie. Eventually, there's pickups, and the state of California will not let us return to that location. And that was the last I heard of it. We had to shoot somewhere else.
Are you sure you weren't like in the middle of Condemned or something like that? The video game?
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Sounds like it.
It was pretty freaky. But yeah, so it was a crazy experience. So anyway, it's great to have you on the show again, Cluster, one of my all-time best friends. doing that. That was a picture from our wedding that he had. Okay,
yeah, I was feeling very holy that day.
All right.
It was an honor. It was a real honor.
Well, it was an honor.
Guys.
It was an honor for you to be there. It was a lot of fun. And obviously, what you said is different about the show now is wonderful. So my first question for you, we relaunched BreakmanX.com as Padinga.com in 2009 while I was buried in film school in Los Angeles. That's a great sound effect. Out in LA with you. What was that era like, and how did you end up in the middle of it?
It was like I was really stressed out. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, it was pretty horrible, to be totally honest. And working on this show kind of saved me. So I ended up not dropping out of film school. I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but a big part of that was because I had an outlet. I actually had a creative outlet from film school.
Well, it was awesome.
So that was nice.
It was awesome having you on. And Jess writes in, I've met Rob. He came to talk to my symposium class at USC. He also teaches some classes in the screenwriting department.
Oh, that's really
cool. So that's cool. Another connection there. Yeah, his script was really good. It changed significantly as Cluster mentioned. But
it was unrecognizable by the end of it. But
well, he wanted his name taken off of it.
Yeah, he should have.
Because when we were mixing, I just remember him not wanting his name on the credits. But anyway, not because of us. All right, Jack, you're up.
Yeah, so obviously I was not part of the Padinga days. What kind of wackiness other than that BreakmanX that you mentioned? What other kind of wackiness did I miss out on?
Well, we did it in the apartment that Matt shared with his ex-wife, and so it was sort of like I would enter and I would sort of have to go through the gauntlet of his ex-wife and her controllingness, and then I'd finally make it out on the other side, and we'd go to his room and shut the door, and then all would be well in the world. So yeah,
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
So I guess kind of a follow-up. So like other than that, like you guys went to some E3s. I know we had some fun times at E3. Like anything in particular like stick out at you?
E3. What did we do, Matt? What happened at? Sorry, I'm like punting on this. Matt, what happened? My memory's like terrible.
We had a lot of fun at E3.
It was 2010, right?
2010. I think you went to 2 E3s. I think you went to 09 and 10. I remember you taking a picture in the bathroom of you in the Master Chief mask. I actually have that picture. I almost put it on the thing.
Okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we went to some parties, which maybe that's why you don't remember things.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember. I mean, you've always been a Sony. Oh, the Move. Do you remember the PlayStation Move?
Oh,
yeah,
no, you did that? Oh.
Man.
Were you with
That was
me?
so sad.
Were you with me when we went into Nintendo? Nintendo asked if we were VIPs, and I said, "Yeah, we're VIPs." And they let us up into the upstairs, and then Q was right behind us, and they asked him, "Are you a VIP?" And he said, "No," and so like wouldn't let him up, and so we're like up there,
Good.
and I'm.
That's such a cute thing. He
Yeah,
would
it was, and I was like, "It's like Ghostbusters. If someone
Dude, come
asks
on.
you if you're a VIP, you say yes."
Say yes.
But it was great. Like Koji Kondo was in there playing Wii Music, which I mean Wii Music, but Koji Kondo was like in there directing like Wii Music. So
Wow.
so that was really cool. But if you think of anything else as we go, if your memory comes
Okay,
back,
It'll come to me.
all right. And Logan,
Yeah. So Q was a constant through a lot of that run. Who else sticks in your head from the Padinga crew, and how did the chemistry work?
Well, I had terrible chemistry with a couple people, but I won't talk about them. Sorry.
it's just how it happens.
I had great chemistry with Matt, and then I'm trying to think who else was on there. It was
Dustin. Dustin Mall.
Dustin, of course, yeah.
Who, by the way, I should mention, he was really sad he couldn't be here. He's planning on being here tonight, and he said that he misses you, Cluster.
Oh,
He'd like to see you again.
Yeah, I feel like he was like the other half of my memory from those days, or maybe 95% of my memory
You
from
two,
those days.
you two spent a lot of time, yeah. Dust, because your
Yeah.
names rhyme, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess part of the dynamic was from the people I didn't get along with. So it was sort of like, we all just kind of worked off each other, and it was never boring.
There were a lot of personalities.
Yeah.
There were a lot of personalities. There was a lot of people. I mean, it was in LA. It was, but very cool. All right. So going on to my next one here. I don't know if you remember the forums. You would go on the forums and do comments and things like that. I don't know if this is in your memory, but people showing up to argue about episodes, naughty bits, Q's segment that people would show up to. It's your high school one. What do you remember about the community, and is there anything that scratches the same itch today?
Oh, me? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. I just remember, your wife would like make me these dinners, and they were really not very good to eat. I mean, I'm sure they were healthy, but they were disgusting.
All right. Mecca. Do you remember Mecca?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was a great guy.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. He texts me Nine Inch Nails videos every once in a while. All right, Jack.
Yeah. So one of the things that I think Brig mentioned, you've worked with Sony a little bit in the past. As we think about where they kind of are in today's market, what do you think about Sony's current focus on single player games that are only available on their platforms going forward now? Do you think they're carving out too much of a niche? Do you think they're placing too big of a bet on those like AAA blockbuster single player games, or do you think they should try to do a little bit more than that?
I mean, I think they've always been sort of big on placing big bets on themselves and being, having their own proprietary stuff, which, was very successful early, like with the PS2, and has, I don't know, it's been both their savior and their downfall is how much of a bet they place on their own IP, and I I don't know if they really opened it up. Then what's their advantage? So I kind of like that they're making a big bold bet on themselves, because if they just open up, then who cares about them?
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Very cool. All right, Logan.
Yeah. So, what did putting an actual episode together look like back then, with the tech and the scheduling and everything?
Let's see. Well, three of the people were in Kansas at that time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Q, Dr. No. Oh my God. Oh no, and then Eric, Commander Robbins was in LA too.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then there was Eric Allen. Oh no, Andrew. Never mind. Something Allen. Yeah, he was. Yeah, so it was sort of a mix. It was kind of a interesting setup, because it was like Matt's Life 2.0 in LA, right, with his Life 1.0 back in Kansas.
Worlds colliding.
Yeah, worlds colliding. So there would always be like, at least 2 or 3 people out here in LA, and three or so people back in Kansas. So it was sort of split like that.
Were there any challenges with early streaming back then?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
I mean, Matt's like a wizard, so
Yeah.
Got my beard.
I was gonna say, did everything come together last minute like it still does today, or was there slightly more, framework around all of it back then?
I mean, this seems very put together today, so I think it's definitely a lot more of a framework right now. So yeah, right?
Cool.
I mean, I'll tell you, compared to when we started back in 2003, 2004, like it's definitely a lot. There's more rails now than there were way back then. It was just kind of like, let's see if the internet stays up today. Here we go.
Oh man, dealing with Sunflower back then was like
it was
crazy.
the worst.
That was so difficult all the time.
And this is like the first real video game podcast, right?
It's we have not been able to find an earlier one. I hesitate to make that claim without because you never know what people will say. Someone will be like, well, actually, but I have not been able to find an older one.
I was gonna say, I think it's like it was us and like even maybe Game Spotting. I think were probably the first 2 that I'm aware of.
So, and the Drunk Panda writes in, you broke cover, bro. Yeah, I'm just like trying not to pee my pants laughing. That's my goal. So. Okay. So, we're gonna the next part of our show is going to be about launch titles, which we're going to get into here. We got a couple more questions for Cluster before we transition into that. So by 2013, things went quiet again before our resurrection here in 2025. Did you feel like that ending? Did you feel that ending while it was happening, or did you always figure we'd end up back in this room together eventually?
I don't know. I always wanted to keep doing stuff with Matt, and I had a feeling like that wasn't the end.
Well, feelings mutual. It's always fun. It's really like what the game show's been, and the whole thing is just like people I like. I want to do things with people I like. That's what it is now, too.
It's a good excuse to get friends together and just talk about video games. Like,
exactly.
Like whether it's like interviewing friends that we've got in the industry or that we used to work with, or whatever. Like it's always fun to get a group of like-minded folks together just to chat and talk about what's going on, right? Even if it's not about video games.
For sure. All right, Jack.
Yeah. So I'm going to take a little bit of a left turn here again, and let's say, Captain, you get all the game publishers together in a room right now. What's the one thing that you see left and right that you want to get them all in a room and just say, stop, please, just stop?
Stop. Okay. I don't know. I don't really stop making. You know what I really hate is I don't know if it's published. I hate pay to win stuff. That's like the bane of my existence. Like, what the hell is this? I got this game and it was like $9.99 on sale. I forget, it's like Racing Republic or something, and like we're like so excited about it, and there was like the training, and then it was like, all right, time for a career, you can buy a career, and we're like, okay, let's buy a career, and then to like actually play the game, it was $30. So it was just so dumb. Like, why do you? I don't know. It really pissed me off.
That's frustrating.
Hate that. I absolutely hate that. That really pisses me off. Why am I paying for a game that I can't even pay? That I can't even play?
It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, Logan.
I watch.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I watch my son is for some reason all of his friends play Clash Royale, and so that is one of the worst pay to win games out there. And every time he's like, Dad, can I have some more money for this? I'm like, no, you just have to grit your teeth and just take it sometimes.
And it's so prevalent that I hate that. Like, for my son and his generation, it's just normal.
Yeah.
Even though it's such like a shitty practice.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, I read this whole article about how our generation was trained to like persevere, and because we'd have to beat a level, we wouldn't be able to pay to beat the level. We'd have to just like work at it until we could beat it. But now you just like pay like $5. Oh, now I can get this far, and then pretty soon then you're gonna pay $5 more to get farther than that. So yeah. Not a fan. Good point. All right, Logan.
So you worked on the PS3 ad campaign. What was your actual part in it, and how did that come together?
When PlayStation launched PS3, it wasn't that much of a success initially. It was really expensive. It was like $599. And the thought was that they thought they were like really cool coming off of PS2, and everybody would just like snap right to them. But they actually kind of stumbled a little bit. So they fired their ad agency, and they put their business up for review. And I was working as a strategist for a different ad agency at the time. So we competed for their business, and we ended up winning it. And then I was, a strategist on trying to figure out how they could change the direction of their advertising.
Okay.
Which, they were actually quite receptive to, because people were really rubbed the wrong way by their launch advertising, which was like very cold. It was very distant. And people like really hated the fact that there weren't a lot of launch titles that they really liked. So it was like expensive. They didn't feel connected to it personally, and there weren't good games to play, and so we had to work to sort of change that perception.
Yeah.
So what were some of the ads that you would say that came out of the partnership you guys had? The ones that you are particularly proud of, I should say.
Oh, okay. Well, I think my favorite one came out after I left there, because I left. I got into USC Film School and I left, but sorry, just Four Locos making me burp. It's been a while. I was really like me and some of the younger folk at the time are really into the strategy of trying to celebrate the gamer. So we had this idea that like you get to try to like create to build the idea that we have a lot of like cool titles actually you get all the characters from these games together and have them like pay tribute to like the regular gamer. And they didn't make it for like a couple years after I left, but one ad I really liked was, do you remember like the 2 Michael commercial? That was like
Oh,
I think is that like the one where they're all in like a tavern or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's sort of like, all their top characters, cheersing to Michael, who's supposed to be, like the Joe Blow average gamer. And I was really happy with how that came out because, early on I participated in it. And I was happy because it made PS3 really relatable. And it made the actual players celebrated. That they weren't just being ripped off by this $599 machine. And it also emphasized that, yes, there are titles that people want to play and more are being rolled out. It's not this console without any titles. So I thought it was really well executed, and I was happy that I got to participate in, sort of coming up with it early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
That's very cool.
Nice.
Well, and the PS3 had quite the turnaround. It ended up beating the 360, which out of the gate was super strong.
Yeah. I know a lot of people remember the PS3 fondly.
So, Spider-Man font.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was good. I loved the PS3. I like the fact that you could it was so connectable. Like you could download movies, not saying if it was legal or not. And then put it on the PS3.
I'm sure Sony loved that.
Yeah, I'm sure Sony loved that. But yeah, you could you could use it in so many ways. It was like a really flexible machine.
That's true.
I was a big fan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it looked like a George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
For a few more weeks, it's the only place you can still play Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Until the thing. Yeah.
Legally. Right.
I love that game so much.
It's great. I don't know. I'm really excited. Like, I can't wait to play it again. Like, I think I got a PS3 just for that game. So,
it's
like,
been so
I'm
long.
very
Everything's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel so old.
We were talking about that earlier, too. So, all right. Okay. Well, that was fun. Again, thanks for reminiscing with this cluster. I appreciate all that. And now we're going to move on to our launch titles discussion. Talk about the launch titles for systems starting with the NES, hopefully getting to the PS3. You know how we have wishful thinking in terms of how far we actually get. But it'll be fun to see which launch titles people liked or remember fondly. So starting with the NES in 1985-ish, which again, it was so cool that Alex a few weeks ago actually got one with that test launch in New York. I've never known anyone until him that actually got one in that test launch. That was pretty cool.
That was crazy.
That was pretty cool. It's a history there. But so our launch titles, just to give the list, and then I think what we'll do is go through each host and you can talk about your favorite ones and what they mean to you. But we've got...
And these are US launch titles, right?
Yes. Unless I made a mistake somewhere, but the intent was that it was US launch titles. So the NES launch titles, because Super Mario Brothers wouldn't be a Japanese one. Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, Hogan's Alley, Wild Gunman, Gyromite, Stack Up, Kung Fu, Excite Bike, Wrecking Crew, Ice Climber, Clue Land, and Pinball. I've talked about Super Mario Brothers a couple times. I don't think I need to go over again how much it meant to me. I will mention Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt was really cool. I mean, having the light gun, I remember, especially during Thanksgiving and like things like that, like my uncles and the older members of the family, that was one game that they would actually play with everyone because of the light gun. So that one, Hogan's Alley, again, like a game, don't have a whole lot of attention to some of them. Gyromite, wasn't a fan of. Stack Up. Now, Kung Fu, I did like. I spent a lot of time playing Kung Fu. Very simple.
Kung Fu, yeah. Like Kung Fu / Kung Fu Master, great game.
Yeah, that I still actually will play that occasionally when I just need to like play something really quickly. So love Kung Fu. And then Excite Bike. Excite Bike was a game where you could Excite Bike was cool. You could race your motorcycle. It was really nicely balanced with your speed, and you could overheat and everything. And you could design your own courses. What I remember about Excite Bike though was a friend and I exchanged games, and I still don't remember what game I let him borrow. But he moved away, so I got Excite Bike, and he got whatever game I'd let him borrow, which I don't remember.
You probably came out ahead on that one.
I probably. But at the time, I loved Excite Bike, so I wasn't like super upset. Wrecking Crew, I've actually never played. Always, I know. I need to. I should play that.
It's not. It's not like great, but it's good.
And one of the cool things about all these games, I love the box art of Wrecking Crew, but you come out of the Atari where you have the super stylized, art that looks nothing like the game. And then all of these are literally basically screenshots of the game. So you know exactly what you're getting to try to avoid the quality issues that they had with Atari. And Wrecking Crew, I always thought that was pretty cool looking. Ice Climber, a classic game, not one of my favorites, but it definitely a classic. Clue Land. It's where you get
Never heard of that one.
The rupee.
It's like Funky Pac-Man.
Yeah, and you get the rupees there from into Zelda later, and then pinball. I like pinball. Okay, pinball was
pinball
okay.
game.
It's pretty good. I mean, technically, I think what's his name? Oh, Satoru Iwata worked on pinball as well, so which is cool. All right, Jack, which ones mean something to you?
All right, so like this is like trying to pick between all my favorite kids, but like I would say, I mean, obviously you gotta love Super Mario Brothers. I won't talk about them all. I think Gyromite and Stack Up are kind of the two oddballs here,
Stinkers.
Just because you had to have Rob to even really play them. Stack Up is not a great game. Gyromite at least has something going for it.
I don't think
but I'll say, setting Mario and Duck Hunt aside, honestly, Hogan's Alley, Kung Fu, Excite Bike, and Wrecking Crew are kind of my standouts here. Like, I love Hogan's. Like, honestly, I don't care about the rest of Hogan's Alley, but just give me the one mini game where you get to shoot the can and just get it up on the different platforms. That's my favorite game. I could do that for just hours. And honestly, like it's amazing that the 2 light gun games that they released here at the launch or 3, I guess I should say, are the 3 best ones they probably have on the entire console. Because like you think about even Gumshoe or Gotcha or even like the port of Operation Wolf they did on that thing, like still they don't quite hit the same high as either, at least Hogan's Alley and Duck Hunt. Wild Gunman's kind of take it or leave it, but yeah. And then Wrecking Crew, fun puzzle game, like action puzzle game. That's a little esoteric, but it's fun. And Excite Bike's just a blast. Like I could play Excite Bike for hours.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Logan, I know this is a little before your time, but how any of these games mean anything to you from the ancient times?
Well, I have played Super Mario Bros. And enjoy it. Like classic level design, iconic appearance, iconic music. It's great. I haven't actually played any of the rest of these, although I recognize some of them, like Ice Climber and Duck Hunt. I know Duck Hunt from the combo cartridge, just from my Nintendo history knowledge.
Those birds, man. I hate those birds.
And I'd like to try it sometime.
And the dog's like
yeah. I'd like to try it sometime because like a laser gun attachment for the Super Nintendo sounds like a really, really fun attachment. And
this was the regular Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Regular Nintendo. Yes. Yeah. That even more impressive. And I'll also say I recognize Ice Climber and Duck Hunt from Smash Bros.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people,
I'm actually fairly good at the Duck Hunt character. I can do pretty well at that one.
All right, Cluster. Which of these means something to you?
Well, yeah, my parents, they wouldn't let me get NES, cause they're from Poland. They thought it was like bad, which, they're probably right. But anyway, I had to, play at my next door neighbors, so I was like being bad. So I was really excited with Duck Hunt that I got to shoot a gun. So, that meant that's the first and last time that interested me, but, yeah, that was a lot of fun. And yeah, that stupid dog just mocking you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It was great. It was, you'll never forget it. And then, I've definitely never heard of Clue Land, so that means nothing to me. And actually, I never heard of Wrecking Crew either, but Excite Bike was a really cool game. Yeah, that was so fun. It was such a fun racer.
Yeah, I Super Mario Brothers. I remember when New Super Mario Brothers Wii came out, and I was like really excited about it, and then you got it, and I remember asking you what you thought of it, and you're just like, and you were right. Like, I go back and play that game now, and I'm like, it's really not a very good platformer, especially compared to the other ones Nintendo's made. So you were right. I just thought, since I remembered that you were right, I should say you were right. I just were.
Yeah.
I mean, for like 1986, that was just absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. But it definitely belongs in nostalgia land.
Well, the thing that, like, the way that the enemies like dance still bothers me. It's like there's no stakes in that game. There's no stakes. All right, so let's move to 1989. 4 years later, we've got the Sega Genesis. So fewer launch games here, but some really good ones. We've got Altered Beast, Last Battle, Space Harrier 2, Super Thunder Blade, Thunder Force 2, Tommy Lasorda Baseball, and Super Hang On. So when we would go to KU games growing up, we would always stay at this one like Holiday Inn, and they had an Altered Beast, and just playing an arcade game was really cool. I know Altered Beast isn't looked on as like the greatest arcade game, but being a little kid and playing this game where you like you become this monster was like really cool at the time. And then I remember seeing on that you could actually play this at home, and it pretty much looked the same, and it blew my mind, and is what made me ended up renting a Sega Genesis way back when. So I know Altered Beast is not looked at as like the greatest game, but I have fond memories of Altered Beast being like, oh my god, like the arcade's in my house. Like that's how that game felt to me.
I think I don't mean to correct you, but I think we're missing two games off this list, man. Like, I have very vivid memories. Ghouls and Ghosts.
Oh, Ghouls and Ghosts is definitely on there. Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh yeah, Golden Axe.
Was that a launch game?
I'm pretty sure. Because that was like one of the main things I remember from the ad campaign was like, oh my god, that looks just like the arcade.
Yes. Stupid Zen browser opened right in front of my face.
the rest of them definitely. Sorry, I wanted to make sure. I was like, I was trying to rack my brain as you were talking. I was like,
well, and Ghouls and Ghosts
99% sure.
Probably my favorite one on the list too.
I you know me, I love some Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins. Man, Ghouls and Ghosts is the worst of all of them. but it's still fun.
Oh, I like it better than the first one.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, it's better than Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah. Okay, so Last Battle. Don't have really much with Last Battle. Ghouls and Ghosts, that's actually my favorite of them, and that version specifically. I like that better than the arcade one. I played the Super Graphics one too, which is close to the arcade, but the Genesis one is my favorite. Golden Axe, love Golden Axe. That game was one of the games I remember my neighbor having and making me really want to have a Genesis. It was cool to cast the spells. I mean, that was cool. Space Harrier 2. I love Space Harrier 1 in the arcade. That just wasn't very good. Sorry. Super Thunderblade, again, not a great version of that game. Thunder Force 2, though, great soundtrack. I definitely like 3 and 4 better, but and the overhead levels just aren't as cool as the horizontal ones for me, but still a pretty cool game. Tommy the Sword of Baseball was okay. Super Hang On, again, just wasn't my thing, but Altered Beast, Ghouls and Ghosts, and Golden Axe, literally my 2 favorite ones are the ones that I somehow didn't get when I copied and pasted these, but yeah. So I would say probably Golden Axe 1, Ghouls and Ghosts 2, Altered Beast 3.
Nice.
And then the rest are kind of wallowing in last place.
Yeah. I mean, for my money, I think of those titles, I think Super Hang On, like the ones that stood the test of time are definitely Super Hang On and Ghouls and Ghosts. Like, give me Super Hang On and I will play that for hours and hours on end. The soundtrack is one of my favorites from the 16-bit era. For that alone, I will just play that for hours. From a gameplay perspective, though, like I said, even though it's not my favorite of them, Ghouls and Ghosts is definitely a lot of fun. It's controller throwing madness, but it is a great Ghouls and Ghosts, or it is a good Ghouls and Ghosts series game, and it establishes a lot of the things that kind of kept the series going, or tropes that show up in the series the rest of the way. Altered Beast, I'll tell you, like looking like at the time, yes, I absolutely loved it. But looking back on it now, like you can literally beat that game in like 10-15 minutes.
It's very short.
So it's extremely short. Like as an arcade game, it's great because it was a quarter muncher. But like on the home version, if you got good at that thing, you could blow through start to finish in like 10-15 minutes, and then you were out $60.
Very true. All right, Logan, how about these games?
Sorry to say, I don't have any knowledge of any of these.
You're missing out, sir.
Yes.
On a couple of them, anyway. Most of them you can probably...
I was surprised.
I'm in a sort of baseball you can skip, but I think the rest of them are all at least worth a check anyway.
God, he was all over media back then. He was on all like the commercials.
He is. I will tell you. I mean, I don't know, Cluster, if you're still in LA, but like the man was a legend in the LA area for a very, very long time.
I was surprised. I didn't actually realize that Sonic wasn't a launch title with the Genesis.
Nope.
I guess I assumed that Sonic had been designed as a mascot from the get-go.
But he there's a whole thing. Anyone that's taken my video game class, I spend like 2 weeks on this. But there's a whole thing because the Genesis was not doing, even though it was more powerful than the NES, it still wasn't taking over Nintendo. There's a whole thing of Nakayama literally stalking Tom Kalinske. He won't return his calls. He finally like stalks him on vacation and finds him like on the beach with his family and convinces him to come and has this 5-point plan. And one of the main points is to create a mascot that will dethrone Mario. And the Japanese team basically is trying to recreate the feeling of a roller coaster. And so
worked.
It worked, right? So then Sonic launches just right around when the SNES launches, because the SNES came out after the Genesis.
Gotcha.
There's a lot more. It's an interesting story. There's a whole book on it, Console Wars.
No, I wish I'd taken. Well, I wasn't in your college, but I wish I'd taken your class.
It's fun. It's one of my favorite classes to teach. All right, Cluster. Any of these Genesis games catch your fancy?
Sadly, the only one I played a lot was Tommy Lasorda Baseball, and it was definitely not one. It was definitely not the best baseball game of that era or any other. It was pretty forgettable. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all you say. Okay.
Tommy Lasorda better remembered for Slim Fast and just being a large man, not for having his own baseball title.
All right.
Indeed.
All right, let's move on to the SNES. We're getting into the 90s now. Logan's almost alive. So
Almost.
So, the the 90s have arrived. And I think I got all of these at least. So Super Mario World, F-Zero, Pilot Wings, SimCity, Gradius III, Final Fight. Now, this was a pretty ridiculously good launch for a console. Like, holy crap,
Crazy.
right? I mean, I like all of these games. There's not a game here that I don't like. Maybe it's the best launch lineup. I don't know. Let's continue through. But Super Mario World, I mean, it's like potentially the best Mario game. I like 3 better. But look, if you look at the difference between 1, 2, and then 3 like completely redefined games and platformers and everything. And then Mario World is awesome, and I don't want to take anything away from it, but it's not quite the jump, I don't think.
Yeah, but it had Yoshi.
It did have Yoshi.
Had Yoshi. Had Cape Mario.
I love Mario World. I don't want to say anything bad about it, 'cause I love Mario World. I'm just saying Mario World's great. I'll just leave it at that. I love Mario World. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I can still remember playing it that Christmas 91, like literally all day. F-Zero was the other launch game that I was really excited about. I remember seeing the commercials with Paul Rudd, and he's playing. I didn't know who the hell he was, or that he was from Kansas then. But F-Zero looked just amazing and so futuristic and like nothing I'd seen. And playing that game, that was actually the first game I played. I played it before Super Mario World because it just was so different that I wanted to see the power of the SNES. Pilot Wings I didn't get, but my neighbor had. And again, like technologically, it seemed amazing that you could fly around in 3D and the hang gliding and all that. The music on all these games are like really near and dear to my heart too. Even SimCity, and I love the music for SimCity, the SNES version. SimCity was another game that I didn't have, my neighbor had, and we would play that all the time and build these cities and then destroy them.
Just let Bowser roll through them.
Yeah, Gradius 3 is a game that I love now. I did not like it on launch day because I thought it was too hard when I was just playing it as a little kid. But now that when I eventually... Oh, Drunk Panda asked who made the Yoshi voice. That was me. Yoshi! Yoshi! But Gradius 3 was... I love it. I love it now. I love the soundtrack. I love playing it. Of all these games right now, it's probably the ones that I would play the most at the moment. But it grew on me. Final Fight. I remember looking in GamePro, and it got like all the best score on GamePro. So I asked for it for my birthday. I never played it in the arcade. I played it later, but not then. I loved Final Fight. I know the SNES version is like a step down and doesn't have Guy and all that, but
yeah.
I loved it because I hadn't experienced the arcade version yet. At Aladdin's Castle, or Lamont, it was Lamont before Aladdin Castle in Wichita. I had not ventured into that part of the arcade. How about you, Jack?
Man, I love all these games for different reasons. Like Super Mario World is probably my favorite Super Mario Brothers to this point. Like it is like I love 3, but Mario World, the branching paths, the different exits, the Star World, the special world. Man, you can't beat it just for depth
It's
from a
so
Super
good.
Mario game.
It's so good. I'm going to say it's tied with 3. I don't want anyone thinking I don't like it because you know how it
Yeah.
is online. You say it's not like your absolute favorite. You hate it. No, I don't hate it. I love it. It's just as good. Fantastic.
Mario World is my favorite. F-Zero, like you said, technological masterpiece, amazing music. It's still impressive when you think about what they did on the Super Nintendo with a launch game, how they were able to pull that off.
And Batman was what inspired that.
Yeah,
There's
that's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, there was like an F1 game for Famicom that Nintendo of America rejected, and so the designer, I wish I could remember his name. Someone look it up. But he really wanted his game to work in the U.S. He saw Batman, was super inspired by Batman, and to get the technology at the time, they made the cars hover because having wheels would add so many frames of animation that it would just be insane at that point. So some really cool stuff behind that game. By the way, I have a correction on the Genesis launch day. So the Genesis launched on August 14th, 1989. Ghouls and Ghosts launched September 1989, and Golden Axe came out in December.
Oh, wow. I thought they were launch date titles.
I actually did too, so I'm correcting both of us. The list that I got was one that I like copied and pasted, but if I was doing it from memory, I would have included both of those. So I totally get why you would say that, and now I know.
Yeah. But yeah, Pilot Wings, great game. Again, really cool technological piece. SimCity, Dr. Wright and his green hair will forever be in my memory. I actually played this version of SimCity before I ever played the PC version of SimCity.
Me too.
And to this day, I much rather play the Super Nintendo version than any other version of SimCity.
It's still fun.
PC SimCity 2000, way better than
That's true.
Super Nintendo SimCity 2000.
We were in here from Jess really quick. She says she loved SimCity.
It's such a great game. So fun. Gradius 3. Again, I'm with you, Break. It's my favorite Gradius game. Like the slowdown and everything that comes with the Super Nintendo version's fine because the soundtrack's banging and they do some really awesome stuff with it.
For sure.
Final Fight. I'm the exact opposite of you. I played the arcade version a ton before it came out at home. So when I got Final Fight was something I wanted to get when it came out at home. And when I found out it didn't have Guy and it didn't have two of the stages, I was just like, what are we doing here, people?
Guy is my favorite character once I finally played as him.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's nice to have the variety. And also the fact that you can only play one player was not great either.
Yeah, the one player thing was... And the music is very like...
It's even in the arcade, it's not great.
Mm-hmm. I liked it at the time. But I probably like Guy just because I didn't get to play as Guy. It was mysterious and withdrawn. All right, Logan. Any of these?
So I haven't actually played any of these, but I mean, I've actually heard of most of these. And
I'm really surprised you never played the original F-Zero. You need to do it.
I need to. I love F-Zero GX. Like that's probably the biggest attachment point I have to this set. And I desperately wish that they had kept the series going because GX is so good.
I have a feeling you're going to get a switch to F-Zero. I think it's probably going to be like a remake of the SNES game.
Even if it's a remake, but it's like 3D, they did such a good job with the 3D on the GameCube that I want to see a switch to like 3D.
It's F-Zero. Been enough time.
Mm-hmm. And if they do it, that will get me to buy a Switch too.
Sweet. Awesome. Mm-hmm. And I didn't skip any for you, did I?
No.
Before I move on to Cluster? Okay. Cluster?
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty amazing that F-Zero, they hovered because it was easier to do technologically. Because I remember seeing that and like the cars were hovering and I was like, oh my God, this is the future.
Me too.
You know, that kind of blew my mind. And I really, that really blew my mind. It was so cool and futuristic. And of course, I mean, I don't want to repeat your story, Matt, but my same Polish parents, this was the first console they let me get. And because we were Polish, for whatever reason, we would get the Santa Claus would come at like 10 p.m. And then after that, we would open our presents. And I remember getting Super Mario World and just like playing it all night long. And it really blew my mind. And that is, without question, my all-time favorite Mario game.
Awesome.
No controversy.
Awesome. Yeah. I had this video on our YouTube, but it's kind of funny because my dad or someone's like, where's Matt? And my dad's like, he's playing Nintendo. Because like once it was always like that, but like the Super Nintendo, I mean, I was like, I don't think I ate for like a couple of days.
So good. The controllers were like round.
I still have
my mind.
It was so much more comfortable than the Nintendo. After you were holding that thing for like hours on end, you would have the indents on like your fingers sometimes.
Yep. Easier to bite. All right.
Yeah. So what's next?
Well, how about the Sega Saturn? I don't know if we need to do a 3DO.
Yeah, probably not.
Some of those other ones. Because I don't know if there's like one game for the 3DO that I think that I don't.
CDI, let's go.
Yeah. Zelda.
Jaguar, let's go.
No thanks. Okay. Sega Saturn, 1995.
Okay.
The surprise drop where, at E3, they're just, Sega's like, oh, and by the way, it's out today. And like half the retailers in the country didn't know, and they were upset. A lot of the game developers didn't know that it was launching that day. Just a huge fiasco mess with the Saturn, which is sad because I do like the Saturn, especially the 2D games. But so our launch titles, we have Virtua Fighter, Daytona USA, Clockwork Knight.
That man still loves saying Daytona to this day.
Yeah, that's like I love that. I listen to that in the car. Daytona.
It's a good song.
Good.
Oh, so good.
Clockwork Knight, Pebble Beach Golf Links, and Worldwide Soccer. So of these, I'm going to probably say Daytona is my favorite. The Virtua Fighter that launched with it was pretty broken. They ended up doing a free version that they sent to everybody. It was a little bit better.
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter's just never been my thing. I've always been more of a Tekken person. I even like Battle Arena Toshinden. I think Virtua Fighter's a good game. It's just not my thing. So of these, Daytona's going to be my favorite. I love the song. This was when I played in the arcade a lot more than I played until I didn't get a Saturn until like 2008. So, I didn't really play it at home. I didn't know anyone that really had a Saturn. Clockwork Knight. It's kind of a cool side-scrolling game, which is, it's okay. It's kind of cool. Not my favorite. Pebble Beach Golf Links. Golf's just not for me. And the older I've gotten, the less that I like golf, actually. It's just, I would rather do something else than, golf.
I will tell you, if the golf game does not have Neo, Turf, or Masters
That's
in
true.
in the title, it's inferior.
Yeah, for sure. And then Worldwide Soccer, which I don't even think I've played. So I'm gonna just say Daytona.
Yeah. Yep. I will echo that. Like, Virtua Fighter's great. I do like Virtua Fighter. It's a very technical fighting game.
Yeah.
Versus, like you were saying, like Tekken is very free flow. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with it, but there's something about the technical nature of Virtua Fighter and how the first one, not so much. It was just kind of, blocky. Here's what we can try to do. But 2, 3, 4, and 5 for sure. But the first one, like you said, had some issues, and on the Saturn, it just wasn't great. Daytona is the standout here of the group. Clockwork Knight is not great. Pebble Beach Golf Links, not memorable at all. Worldwide Soccer, even not great, considering they had a FIFA game out on that platform like a year later. Just like,
have you ever seen that?
Not putting your best foot forward for sure.
Have you seen that? There's a golf game for the Sega Saturn with Sadler. The GameSack makes fun of it all the time. But he pops up as like I think it is that game. I think it is Pebble Beach Golf Links. Yeah, it is this game.
Oh, I have to look it up now.
Okay. So he pops up as an FMV, and he says all sorts of really dumb comments. And GameSack in the videos will just randomly put one of these things.
Oh yeah. Okay,
yeah, Craig Sadler.
I'm seeing the videos. Yes.
So it's kind of become a meme. So it's interesting. I didn't realize it was in that game, but it's pretty bad. And it also like stops because remember this CD games when it would have to load like a video, it'd be like the game would like stop and you'd see it stop, and then all of a sudden the video pops up and you have to wait and then it comes back.
Yes.
So not good programming. All right, Logan.
Yeah.
How much do you like Worldwide Soccer and Pebble Beach Golf Links?
Unfortunately, I've never heard of any of these in my life. Well, no, I haven't heard of Pebble Beach or Worldwide Soccer. I have heard of Virtua Fighter. That's about the extent of my knowledge of it. Yeah, I'm not, unfortunately, very familiar with the titles on the Sega Saturn.
Well, Drunk Panda said that she hadn't heard of any of them. So I don't.
Yeah.
Daytona is really the one. All right. So now, next, a little system that also came out in 1995 called the PlayStation. Which, man, I remember like the buzz around the PlayStation. It went from no one knowing what it was to like the it thing that everyone wanted within a very short amount of time. Everyone at school was talking about it. The marketing was really amazing on that. So the games here. So Ridge Racer. Battle Arena Toshinden, Rayman, ESPN Extreme Games, Air Combat, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and then Kilik, the DNA Imperative. I don't think I've played that one. So I got Ridge Racer with my PlayStation, and I think not too long later I got Battle Arena Toshinden. I loved Ridge Racer. I loved the music. I still love the music. And I was a little disappointed that like there's really only one track that kind of slightly changes through the different things, but it played great. The control was awesome. It looked great. Battle Arena Toshinden back then I also really liked. It was really cool to have a 3D fighting game. I didn't play Rayman for quite a bit later, but that would probably be my top one on this list, to be honest. That or Ridge Racer. And then NBA Jam Tournament Edition, someone in my family got, wasn't me. I loved NBA Jam, and this was a pretty good version of it. The Saturn version is actually the best from Tournament Edition. It has the best quality graphics and sound.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
But PlayStation 1's really good too. All right, Jack.
Oh boy. Man,
Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer is probably it. I love.
It's pretty good.
Like Rayman's fine. Air Combat's good.
It's more than fine, Jack. Come on, Rayman's more than
Air
fine.
Combat's fine. That first one is fine.
Air Combat's fine, but Rayman's more than fine.
Yeah. The first Rayman, it's fine.
Wait, I got to make sure we're talking about the same Rayman because I like
Rayman 2, Rayman 3 to some respect. Like Rayman 2 is awesome, but the first Rayman's it's okay. But like Ridge Racer, I think Ridge Racer's it. That is without a doubt next to Tekken, which came out a little bit after launch, was still in that launch window area.
Yeah.
Ridge Racer is definitely the one I go back to over and over and over.
For sure.
I love the arcade version, and the home version was nearly arcade perfect.
Yeah, it was really close. And then if you got Ridge Racer 4, you could play Ridge Racer 1 in 60 frames per second too, which is pretty cool. I didn't even realize it wasn't 60 when I got it though, the first one. I do like the original Rayman. It was the right one. All right, Logan. We're getting close to your...
Getting close. Unfortunately, I don't really have any experience with these either. Heard of Rayman. I haven't had the pleasure to play any Rayman games. I don't think I've ever actually... Maybe I've been to a place that had a PlayStation, but I haven't actually played one for like the original PlayStation.
I love the design of the console too. It's like so beautiful. My original one sitting over there, ready to... We played Final Fantasy VIII on it together.
That's true.
You
That's
and
true.
me.
Yes. So that's the closest I've ever come to playing a PlayStation.
Very nice. All right. Cluster.
My next door neighbor and I were so angry that Sony was challenging Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
We boycotted the PlayStation, and I have never played it in my life.
Oh wow!
I had some really good friends that also boycotted it. I initially had that position but it didn't last very long for me.
I will admit I took that position too until I moved to Wichita and my friends got me one. I was just like, man, all right, this thing is pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. Jess writes in, I remember liking Rayman. Don't know if I'd still feel that way if I played it again now, though. I think you would like it. It's still beautiful and glorious, in my opinion. So yeah, the PS1 also has my favorite game of all time. All right, moving on to the N64. Now, I had joined Team PlayStation. I didn't think I was going to get an N64 because the Genesis we got very late in life, very cheap from like a pawn shop. So we never really had, more than one game system. I was really surprised when we got an N64 because I was not expecting it. But Super Mario 64 is just ridiculously good. I remember when it came out, I was big into IRC at the time. I was always in IRC channels in the early internet. And there was a game designer that I became friends with. She also ran this really awesome Mega Man site. But anyway, it was the first game developer I ever met, which, like, living in a town of 3,000 people, talking to a game developer, I might as well have been talking to, like, a god or something. And I remember talking to her about games, and I was like, what do you think is like the the biggest deal in games? And she said Super Mario 64, and I was kind of shocked. I mean, I just, as a little kid, I loved it, but to me, I wasn't thinking of, oh, this is like an earth-shattering thing. But she talked basically about how so much of the game and so much of the small things about it basically completely changed everything about how 3D moved forward after that. And she wasn't even a Nintendo fan. So it was kind of a lesson for me in how something that I thought was fairly simple, although I loved it. Super Mario 64 is amazing. It's still my favorite 3D Mario game. But it was really cool to kind of get an early lesson from someone that was actually in the industry. She went to Digipid and like the whole thing.
Cool.
Pilot Wings 64. Not as good as Pilot Wings SNES, in my opinion. Frame rate makes me want to vomit. Until I can play it later with better frame rate, it's really hard for me to play it. But kind of a nice, chill, relaxing game, but just not Pilot Wings 1.
Were there really only 2 launch titles?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was like, I swear, like Shadows of the Empire and Turok were both launch titles too.
Wow.
A little bit later.
Huh.
Like not long later.
Okay.
I loved Shadows of the Empire.
Same. I really wanted to get it just because I was like, ooh, something Star Wars that's not just Super Return of the Jedi or Super Empire Strikes Back or Super Star Wars. It's just like, it's new story within the Star Wars universe. All right, here we go.
It also hit peak Star Wars for me. I was that age was probably the most into Star Wars I was at that particular point in my life. So it could not have, and I've obviously am a giant Star Wars fan. I always loved Star Wars, but that 1990. Yeah. When was that? 1996?
96. Yeah.
That was peak Star Wars fandom for me.
That would have been right after the re-release,
right before
the THX re-releases, or right before.
Oh yeah. Right. But it was before the Han shooting first and all that stuff. It was before the special editions. Yes. But that was my peak Star Wars love. So, all right, Jack.
Nice. I mean, Super Mario 64, timeless, redefined 3D platforming, or defined 3D platforming. I don't know what else I can say, but yeah, Pilot Wings 64 you can kind of throw in the trash heap of history, but not much to say other than that. Again, if you give me that or Shadows of the Empire, even though Shadows of the Empire doesn't hold up great, it's still better than Pilot Wings 64.
It's another vomit-inducing frame rate. I tried to play it, and it I'm not even exact. It literally makes me sick to play now. My eyes, I have to have 60 FPS, or I'm just gonna puke all over you. I've tried all sorts of fixes for that, by the way. Some people are like, oh, you can wear sunglasses when you play, and like nothing works for me with that. I have to have a good frame rate these days, or at least a steady one. If it's steady, I'm okay. But if it jumps all around, Jess says, I hesitate to say it's my favorite, but Super Mario 64 is probably the Mario game I've played the most. Probably 3 or World for me, but Mario 64 is definitely up there. Pretty close. Oh, Jack, did you add Neo Geo?
I did. I was like, man, we should really talk about it just because it's kind of in the news.
We should definitely talk about Neo Geo. All right. So Neo Geo, we have Alpha Mission. Oh, wait. Cluster.
Wait,
I didn't talk. We had so few of us.
Okay, Super Mario 64. All right, good. We're good. Moving on.
There we go. Okay, Neo Geo, New Earth. We have Alpha Mission 2, Baseball Stars, Cyber Lip, Ghost Pilots, King of the Monsters, League Bowling, Magician Lord, Nam 1975, Ninja Combat. This was a system that I fantasized about, but I've still never played I played an MVS. I never played an AES. I did have one friend that had one, but for some reason I only got to watch. But of these, I really like Baseball Stars, actually. Of these really fun over-the-top baseball games. The second one I think is better, but I like that first one. Alpha Mission 2, it's a shooter. It's fine. It's pretty good. Cyber Lip is the like Contra-like, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Contra-like. Yeah,
but it's not like as good. But yeah, that one's pretty good. King of the Monsters, I remember seeing on Nick Arcade all the time as a kid, and like made me really want to play that. League Bowling, it's fine. Magician Lord was kind of like at the time the cool game of these, but I don't know how well it's aged. I like the music still a lot though. Nam 75, that type of game of the moving the thing around and shooting just has never been my thing. And the Ninja Combat I think is that first person game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the over the shoulder kind of game, like Super Spy, another one in that vein.
So I would say out of these, Baseball Stars, Alpha Mission 2, King of the Monsters, and I guess Cyber Lip is kind of Magician Lord. Yeah. All right, Jack.
All right. So yeah, I'm with you. Baseball Stars is the standout here. But King of the Monsters was pretty cool. Magician Lord, I think, was kind of the title that was like, oh man, this is actually looks really good for a side-scrolling, platformer. Nam 1975, though, I think is, other than Baseball Stars, the one that I would go back to and play on my MVS when I've got it up and running. Like it's a fun. I like those over the shoulder shooters like Cabal, Wild Guns. Those kind of games are way up my alley, and so I really enjoy 1975. It's nothing earth shattering, but it's got some good mechanics and it's fun.
And for $200, it could have been yours.
Yeah,
that's the thing about these games; they're so expensive in 1990. Money, so that's like $3 million today. Logan.
Unfortunately, I don't have any experience with these. Like I did with the previous console, the Super Mario 64, but not the Neo Geo.
You should check out Neo Geo just as someone who's very technically minded. Like how amazing that system was for 1991.
I am curious. I'm fascinated because of the difference between arcade and consoles at the time, and the aspirations of bringing consoles to the home and how that functions. Like it basically, like Neo Geo was a very popular arcade system, and trying to bring that into a home console, and clearly with our last stream with Fenris and how terribly constructed he was going on about how poorly constructed they were. Like it just kind of fascinates
and for like
me. So
$1,000 at the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it was basically the arcade machine, at home. Like it was the same thing, just not super well designed. But cluster.
Yeah, Baseball Stars is like one of the all-time great cartoony sports games. So that's my winner here.
Yeah.
Have you played the second one?
Actually, I don't think so. No.
Next time you're here or I'm there and I have my pocket thing with you need to try the second one. I think you'd like it. It's really still good. Really cool.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right, moving on to 9999, the Sega Dreamcast. This was the first system I think that I actually got on launch, and I saved up money, like working, to get this one, and I pre-ordered it, and I was super excited. And then, like, I went into KB Toys, and they didn't know what a pre-order was when I got there. And I was like, luckily I had the receipt, but they were literally just selling them. They were not honoring the pre-orders at all. So had I not gone there in that morning, my pre-order that I literally ordered like a year before would have been completely worthless. But so we got Sonic Adventure, Soul Calibur, NFL 2K, Power Stone, Ready to Rumble Boxing, House of the Dead 2, Hydro Thunder, Mortal Kombat Gold, Trick Style, and Blue Stinger.
It's a heck of a lineup.
It is. It is a pretty good lineup. Sonic Adventure, again, I was super excited to have a Sonic game in 3D. I think it was Next Generation Magazine. I was like reading over and over and over again at school with the feature on Sonic Adventure. I was like so excited for it.
Check out this magazine stock. This is great.
Oh man, yeah, it was so thick. And then Soul Calibur. I mean, I don't know what else you can say about Soul Calibur. It was like amazing at the time. It's still amazing. It's so good. I don't know. It's hard to beat. That
one of my all-time games.
Yeah, it's absolutely up there. It's so the soul still burns. Welcome to the stage of history. And Power Stone was fun. But of those, I'm definitely going to say Soul Calibur is my favorite. Sonic Adventure coming up a close second. Mortal Kombat Gold, that's literally my least favorite Mortal Kombat game that's not horrendous. Trick Style, wasn't a huge fan of. Hydro Thunder was pretty good. And then Blue Stinger was pretty good.
It was good. I'll say for my part, like I'm in the same boat as you. This was the first console where I saved up my own money to actually buy it on launch date, and I got Soul Calibur, I got NFL Blitz 2000.
Oh yeah,
and I got Ready to Rumble Boxing and Mortal Kombat Gold on launch day. I did not get Sonic Adventure, but tell you what, between Soul Calibur and NFL 2K. Or sorry, not NFL 2K, NFL Blitz 2000. Man, I played the crap out of my Dreamcast like that first month.
NFL 2K was really great too.
The 2K series is awesome. The first one, it took them a little while to find their footing, but
Randy Moss.
2K1 was my favorite, but Soul Calibur I don't think left my Dreamcast for a very long time.
Yeah, my friend Kirk,
that was the game.
My friend Kirk at the time was a huge Vikings fan, and so he was super stoked about Randy Moss. There was always Randy Moss, long bombed Randy Moss, and in that game he would always catch it. So you're screwed. All right, Logan.
Yes. I want to play Sonic Adventure really bad. I need to.
As a Sonic fan, you've never played Sonic Adventure?
No. Well, I've had a Dreamcast, and I've heard that the PC versions aren't exactly worth it.
It's true.
So it's on my list.
When you're here, if you get a chance, if you have time, you should play it.
I will have to take you up on that.
And Cluster.
Soul Calibur is one of my all-time personal favorite games, so it's amazing to hear it get so much love. Yeah, that's awesome. That warms my heart. I'm just going to end it right there.
I literally wore out my game because those GD-ROMs were super sensitive apparently, but I had to get a second copy. I played it so much with my friends.
I love Soul Calibur so much. When I found out that I could use the S-Video, it would actually do 480p, I went and found a little conversion cart that would convert the signal to VGA so I could get a higher resolution on the game. I don't think there were many Dreamcast games that did it, but Soul Calibur was definitely one of them. And it looked so much crisper if you put it into that thing.
Yes. Okay, PlayStation 2 in 2000. All right, so we got SSX, Time Splitters, Tekken Tag Tournament, Madden, NFL 2001, Ridge Racer 5, Dynasty Warriors 2, Midnight Club, Street Racing, Smuggler's Run, Dead or Alive 2, Hardcore, and Unreal Tournament. So of these, my favorite's going to be SSX. I loved SSX, but when we got the PS2, it was SSX and Chrono Cross were the two games that I was playing. And we got Tekken Tag. I like Tekken Tag Tournament quite a bit too. But SSX like was so much fun and still is so much fun, especially tricky. But such a great launch title for the PS2. Time Splitters is also pretty good. I've just first-person shooters on the PS2 just never really hit for me. Ridge Racer 5 I didn't play at the time, but now as a game I like a lot. And then Unreal Tournament I loved on the PC, but again, actually it's my favorite shooter of all time on PC. I love Unreal Tournament, but on PS2 not so much.
That's fair. I kind of am with you. The two standouts for me were SSX and Tekken Tag. Like me being a big Tekken fan, like Tekken 3 was where my love of Tekken started, or like really got going. And then Tekken Tag Tournament was the one that solidified me as a Tekken fan for life. Like the fast pace of play, how great that game looked on the PlayStation 2. It looked better than the arcade version. That was the first time where I'd really seen anything look better at home than on the arcade version, except for maybe Soul Calibur. So, like, again, SSX was great. Tekken Tag was amazing. Between those two games, that was a really great starting lineup for me.
Yeah, that was really awesome. All right, Logan.
Mm-hmm.
The most popular console of all time. Best-selling.
Yes. And unfortunately, I don't really have any direct experience with these either. However, I'm going to call out Unreal Tournament, because that used like really early version of Unreal Engine, which...
Have you played it?
Now, I have not played Unreal Tournament.
Okay.
But
I think
I'm very grateful for it existing, because I use Unreal Engine all the time.
We need to talk about this, because if we can get like at least laptops for we're doing a BreakmanX party on July 11th here.
That would be
if we
really
can get
cool.
laptops together, Unreal Tournament's free now, and that they updated it so you can play it on modern computers.
That's great.
That would be such a fun LAN game for us to play.
Yeah, it would. It would be a really good LAN game.
My favorite LAN party memory of all time is in high school, all of us in the basement, and shooting 5 missiles at my friend Chris, and then watching on his screen as he turned around to see them coming at him, and just like going, "Oh crap!" all of them hitting him at the same time. I can still see it. It was great.
Yeah.
All right, Cluster. What about you for PS2?
I really liked the Midnight Club. Even though it didn't get a lot of attention. At
Had
least
good
early
reflections, didn't it? Wasn't that the one with good reflections on the ground? No?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And I think it came out on like Game Boy Advance or something, but it was kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Matt, did you ever play the later Midnight Club where you can drive onto USC's campus and crash into Tommy Trojan?
No, but that sounds amazing. Which one is?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Midnight Club LA or something. It was like a PS3 or PS4
LA
or something.
Midnight Club Los Angeles.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. And like all these sorority girls like have to jump out of your way.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, I love Rockstar, and I feel like that was like an underappreciated Rockstar game.
Cool. I'll have to check it out. The Drunk Panda says that she will supply the trash bin for said game that shall not be named with bad frame rate. I think that we're talking about Pilot Wing 64. Mm-hmm. And then a pink loud facial expression, which I probably missed the response up to. Okay. We're past time. Do we want to do any more? Do we want to call it a night? How are we doing?
I can power through. We kind of hit these real quick.
Okay, should we do a lightning round, at least getting through GameCube?
Sure.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to do it fast. Xbox. Halo, Combat Evolved. What's that? Project Gotham Racing, Dead or Alive 3, Amped, Freestyle Snowboarding, Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey, NFL Fever 2002, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, Cell Damage. For me, and I know Jack's gonna talk about Project Gotham Racing, which is fine. But of these, Halo Combat Evolved, which interestingly originally didn't like at all, really ended up coming around to. Jack.
My three big ones here: Halo, Project Gotham Racing, Dead or Alive 3. Three awesome games surrounded by some mediocre stuff.
And Logan.
I really need to play the original Halo.
Well, you can play the remake here pretty soon.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's like a couple weeks away.
And it's built in Unreal Engine.
Yeah, and it looks really great, actually.
Yeah, from the trailers,
The graphics,
I've been
at least.
excited.
So we shall see. We shall see.
Right. Original Halo. All right.
Yep. All right, GameCube. This was one of my most exciting launches of all time. Is probably as well storied. Luigi's Mansion, Star Wars Rogue Leader 2, Rogue Squadron 2, Rogue Leader, Super Monkey Ball, Wave Race, Blue Storm, Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 3, Madden NFL 2002, Crazy Taxi, NFL Hits 2002. All right. So Rogue Leader was the one I was super excited about, the one I played first on launch day. I love Rogue Leader. It's a great game. It still looks really good, by the way. When it's capturing the GameCube footage recently, it still looks really, really good.
Some of those GameCube games look amazing.
Look really good. Yeah, they stood the test of time.
It's a shame what happened to Factor 5.
Yes, it really is. It really is. Luigi's
Matt made a great documentary about this, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Just throwing it out there.
Thank you. Yeah, my GameCube video, I'm pretty proud of. I liked it. But you should cluster. You should have the NES one. It's coming out very soon.
Oh, awesome!
I'm almost done with it. Appreciate you saying that. And Luigi's Mansion, I really liked too. I love the graphics. If I'm talking too much, Luigi's Mansion, I like that one a lot too. Great game. Again, one I wasn't excited about it initially, but when I actually played it, like really, really, really loved it. Been playing through it again recently with BreakmanX. Wave Race Blue Storm, I know isn't a favorite, but I really like that one. Not as much as the N64 one, but I do like it. Jack.
Yeah, I think my two big ones here are Super Monkey Ball and Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Like Rogue Leaders looks amazing.
Super Monkey Ball. I love Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball was the go-to party game for quite a while in the dorms when the GameCube came out.
Super Monkey Ball. Oh, great. I can't believe I did mention that. I love Super Monkey Ball. That was a Gabe from Penny Arcade recommendation. And I was like, and Logan.
Yeah. I need to.
Did I skip you, Jack? Okay.
Nope.
I need to play Luigi's Mansion and Super Monkey Ball. Those are the two on my list that I really want to play.
You need to play Rogue Leader.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know much about the Rogue Squadron games, but I will check it out.
If you play any of them, this is the one to play.
Cool.
The third one is not good.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunately. Yeah, they tried to do these on-foot missions, and they're really bad. It's just unfortunately not good.
Yeah.
Very sad. And Cluster, wrap us up.
I remember being upset that they didn't have a Mario game, at launch.
Crazy.
But I forgive Luigi's Mansion. It's a really cool game. I love the flashlight.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
It was cool. Yeah, for sure. And let's let Cluster do PS3. Since you helped with and then we'll wrap up with that one. Since you helped with the campaign.
Oh yeah, I'm too familiar with these stupid games. You know what? The only one that actually Marvel Ultimate Alliance is really good. Another one that I guess sort of underrated, but Resistance Fall of Man was really well done.
One thing I'll say, that frame rate on that was tight on launch day.
Yeah, looked super sharp.
Yep.
So to me, those are the two standouts. And I always like the NBA NBA 2K7. That looked really good on that.
Yeah, it did.
You didn't like Sonic the Hedgehog? It's like the worst Sonic ever.
That is the Dark Sonic.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
Although supposedly someone fixed it, and like with the fixes, it's actually pretty good.
I have heard about that. That was like a fan project.
I mean, sometimes I wonder if that's just like, it's cool because it was terrible and I fixed it and it works now. Like, I don't know how much of it's that and how much of it's actually good, but it'd be fun to give it a try when you're not like falling through the floor constantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate that someone went through the effort.
Yeah.
for sure. Twilight Princess for the Wii. And this was really fun. We'll give Cluster here the last word, but Jack, what are you up to this week?
Oh man, going to a World Cup game tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. Should be a lot of fun. I'm gonna sing the praises of Mina the Hollower again. Like, if you haven't played Mina the Hollower yet, go check it out. I'm very deep into it now. Think Link's Awakening mixed with Dark Souls, and a great Castlevania-esque soundtrack. It's unbelievable.
It's so good.
And I will shout out real quick, Jeff Gersman finished his campaign playing every single US released Nintendo game this past week. He finished it up with Super Mario 3, and like, it's an incredible feat. It took him almost 3 years to do it. And now he's going to do it with every Nintendo 64 game. So I will watch and
which is going to be interesting.
Kind of monstrosities are in there.
Because probably my least favorite Nintendo generation.
Yeah. And there's there's some high highs, but there are some pretty low lows in that.
Love Ocarina of Time and Mario 64 and Shadows. And Logan.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to be building my NAS server early next week, which should be a lot of fun.
Are you doing True NAS?
I think I'm going to do... I've been debating between True NAS and Unraid.
They're both great.
Of the two. Yeah. I've been kind of thinking Unraid just because I think it'll be easier to expand down the line, whereas with True NAS, you kind of have to deal with pairs of drives, and they all have to map certain ways and such. Yeah. And I think with working on the budget that I am, just being able to plug in like one drive every once in a while is more appealing to me at the moment.
I can see that.
So probably Unraid.
I will say that I have two NASs here now, a True NAS one and a Ugreen one. And it has been, oh my God, I should knock on wood. It has been the most straightforward tech project where it just like worked. I mean,
really?
Yeah, and giving access to the folks that work on the movie, like Aiden and Ava and everybody, like they're able to connect to it, with the fiber thing, and they're basically getting full speed on it really easily. Nice. So,
that's really nice.
If you're doing any remote access, I can't recommend Tailscale enough. It's encrypted.
Tailscale, okay.
It's encrypted. It's full speed, and it's peer to peer.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's free for like.
Work on Unraid?
I don't know if it's on Unraid. It's definitely on. I'm sure it is. I mean, I would imagine it definitely works for True NAS and Ugreen.
I debated Ugreen, but I was like, I kind of want to build one. It sounded more fun, and I think it'll have more longevity. Yeah,
I've done both ways. Ugreen, I needed one quickly. I didn't have time. But the True NAS one, it's kind of special because build it myself. But
yeah.
And Cluster. Again, thank you so much for spending your evening with us. You're coming to us from California. Appreciate it. Miss chatting with you. I knew if you're going to be on, I was going to laugh a lot because...
Oh, God. That's horrible.
Because when you were on the show before, every single time, we laughed a lot and had a lot of fun. So it's very special to have you on. Thank you for doing that. What are you going to be doing this week besides choking on your drink?
I'll finish that. Oh God, that's terrible. I feel less drunk after having had that. I'll end up with a movie thing. So I'm excited. On Friday, I'm going to a screening of. Do you remember the really crappy indie movie, The Room?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they made a remake of it with like an all-star cast. Like including like Bob Odenkirk and some other people, where they remade the entire movie in only 12 hours.
Oh.
Like the entire shoot for the 2-hour movie they did in 12 hours.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wild.
So yeah, I'm really pumped.
Is Tommy Wiseau going to be there?
Definitely. He wouldn't miss a chance to be in the limelight. As he so deserves. He's so dynamic.
He responds to like everything. I responded to one of his tweets like years ago. I was like, you should come to my film festival. He's like, sure, we'll do it.
Yeah, he's so gracious,
and wears a lot of belts.
Yeah, Not a mean bone in his body.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. So the Drunk Panda said the Midnight Clem LA is about to get a full-on stream from Matt, and I need to see it. Maybe after what Cluster said. And Jess says Tony Hawk 3 and Luigi's Mansion are some of my favorites of all time. I need to play Tony Hawk more, but Luigi's Mansion definitely for me. And this was, again, so much fun. Blast from the past. Padinga-era. And I miss... It's too bad that more folks couldn't have been here to hang out with you. But we had a really healthy stream, actually. A lot of people were watching. So an average of about 40 minutes, which is pretty nice for the stats. So nice job keeping them interested, Cluster.
All right. And for the record, I feel really bad. When I said I didn't get along with some people, I did not mean Q or Mecha. Okay. I did not. I was not referring to them.
I knew that was cute. I knew this was
okay.
coming.
I felt so bad about it for the past whole hour.
Oh, man. So much fun. And with that, I'll see you same time next week on The Game Show.